thing that they have is a Rift to Go. That is just a great item to use for the escape. Just mobility items at this point in the game are so important to have, and for them to be able to get that off of a crate like that, nice. I think that this sets them up very well for endgame potentially, so we have to keep eyes on Honky Donk and John there, and it's going to be some damage laid out there. Big Mac and RRPH are able to get a couple eliminations of their own. 5 eliminations though for their current players that we're taking a look at on screen here. They got 2 rockets. They're not playing any games here, man. They're coming in with all the artillery, Sundown. I love to see it.
They want to just try and lay down as much explosive fire as they can, trying to break builds, expose the other, so one RPG can get the damage through and then follow up and convert on the elims. They're already on to 5. As we see them push their way up the mid-ground tower, no problem there. Picking up Plain Bagel, also dropping down a trap, wanting to secure that to try and get the top off as soon as he can. Now he's on ultimate high. Where is his partner? Looks like he's all the way back down the logo.
Oh, he blocked him! He blocked the jump pad! Oh, but John gets, he uses that Rift to Go right at the nick of time. He blocked the jump pad.
He did. He blocked the jump pad with his floor, which means they bonked their head and got sent down to ultimate low. Honky Donk ends up going down. Somebody else gets rift up in the rift. As you now have Ordinary trying to 90 up a little bit, sees the player next to him. Will he opt to run out into the storm? No, just going to cover himself as Honky Donk does end up falling, does get tagged, but luckily is right after that health on Elim came through. So he's a little bit safer than he should have been. Already sitting on 5 Elims. There's only 1 duo remaining. Big Mac directly above him. Now Ordinary on ultimate high. They are on the tarp together. No!
He didn't even see him. They were right next to each other. He didn't even see him, but Big Mac's going to be able to pick up the elimination on that one. And now you're going to have yourself 5 players left, 4 duos remaining here. One of those duos is going to be a set team still fighting for this one.
No, Artfo has actually then just been down and taken out, so now it is all solos.
1v1v1v1.
Yep. You have 2 players in the mid-ground tarp, 1 on ultimate high, 1 on a baller on low. Big Mark is only about 5 tiles up, and Warrior trying to spray him down. He's opting to drop on the tarp underneath. Dubo is now pressuring onto Warrior since his attention was elsewhere. Warrior forced off into the side of the storm. Will they be able to find that baller on ultimate low? He's still just chilling. He wants the top 3. He's like, I'm good.
Stupid baller.
he's like I don't want to do anything with this.
Baller.
But he's going to have a ton of mats to be able to protect himself, which is going to be key as you get in this situation where you just don't want to be the last one eliminated. Basically guaranteeing him at least the 7 points. Will Warrior be able to convert? Yes, he does. Big Mac goes down, so now top 3. Double trying to get out and make sure he doesn't get eliminated by the storm. Warrior with 75 effective HP. Same thing with Double, but half of his or 2/3 of his is in shield, and Warrior will find it there to put him back up to 142. 1v1, but we're awkward over the edge of the diving board with Carlucho dropped down. Will Warrior be able to keep himself covered? Warrior now working over, not covering his head there, puts out 2 brick, 140 HP to about 95. Carlucho is looking to find it. No, he's looking to actually just pop off the big shield. Doesn't get it. He does not get that off. He is sitting on 2, so he's only going to have that 91 HP as Warrior is trying to pressure him down. Hits the tree for some more mats.
They have a bunch of resources to work with as well. Sundown, he's going to go and charge right in. Warrior wants to go for this one, but Carlucho continues to play for this high ground. He's trying to hold this one off. He's looking for an opportunity so he could use the mini so he can get himself topped off, or he could use his potion, excuse me, his big pot, which Carlucho's going for it. Maybe by the sound, he's hoping that he could bait him out too. Like that's a possibility, but maybe that's overanalyzing a little too much. But this is awkward territory now, and that is going to be Warrior who gets the victory royale. But Sundown, did you see the way that ended? That was like, because you're following this circle the entire time, and then you look to your back, and you just have an oddly shaped hill.
Yeah, it's that's where we talk about versus a mountain can be incredibly scary, because as soon as you're there, sometimes a ramp won't necessarily save you, and then it's a quick edit, and then maybe it's more efficient to just turn around and try and catch your opponent by surprise as they run into that same era, and it just becomes kind of a huge mind game of, are they going to shoot, is he not? And you were talking about, I think that potion was both a bait and trying to get it off. It's like, hey, I can sit here and do this. I know there's 2 levels in between, but unfortunately is able to phase up and through. But we're not stopping. We're getting right into the next match. Our current game E-leaders, you have Zated sitting on 10. Omi on 3, wow. Helm Gaming on 3, I Get Dubs on 2, and TTJ Nem 1, 2, 3 on 2 as well. So 14 elims between Zated and Omni sitting on the elim lead. Already have 3 placement points as well. Everyone in the match in top 12, and they're going to use the launch pad for a long rotation. And you see, we talk about cycled utility. As soon as it comes out, Matt's running it 8 from Dusty Divot.
Saving themselves inside of that, giving them, you know, a little moment there to reset, get themselves gathered as you see the players scattered across this mountain here by the divot. And Matt's actually, that was the player that was trying to recycle that launch pad and ends up losing a bunch of HP there. I don't know if he ended up getting picked off, but even then though, it did not look like it was going to end well for him at all. We have 20 players left in this lobby, 12 duos total. All these players are going to be getting placement points now, but it's all about making it as far as you possibly can, maximizing on that one, getting as many points as you possibly can accrue. So far, so good here for Zaydid and Ami, who have themselves 14 eliminations. And now they're going to continue to get those points. And another elimination here for Zaydid. And you know what? I love his name too. Zaydid spams L2. So I think we're looking at a member of the controller gang over here.
It's all about it.
Does not bother me at all. Good thing.
Yeah, and it looks like he's able to pick up a lot of these right now, utilizing the RPG and putting pressure towards these third-party situations, particularly as people are trying to head down to that supply drop. It's basically a giant balloon saying, here, come towards me. Free stuff as the players want to try and access it. They also have a decent amount of utility in their trap stops, but now let's swap on over to Slayers and Prayer, who's also sitting on really good weaponry, but not a ton of utility and not a great build situation between the two of them.
Yeah, with the Storm right behind them, this is kind of rough. You're going to get hit for a bunch of damage here, and look at that, already down to 30 HP. Kind of panic building just to get, you know, not necessarily, I should say panic, maybe that's kind of being disingenuous to the player, but wait a minute, just as I say that, he's gonna
the far trap,
but he ends up falling there. Unfortunately, he'll take himself out by the Storm as well as Bull, so they won't get credit for that one. Oh man, that was rough. But you know, like as you mentioned, Sundown, he was in a really rough position.
Yeah, he was in a very rough position, and Omi goes down as well, which means it's just Zaydid left, and he's trying to swing along that backside of the circle, trying to pick up Elims, realizing he's alone, dropping down from ultimate high because he was in a rough position to then wind to pressure there, but can't pick up anything, as now we have 6 duos remaining, 10 players in the match. That means 2 solo parties out, rest are duos coming through, trying to put down some of those poison traps in case a player challenges through. Remember, it is 8 ticks of 10 damage straight to HP, fires from 3 tiles away, so he can edit players off or just catching someone with that. If he gets a tick and then the storm damage, that isn't Elim, so hoping to pick something up there, but great RPG dropping down, doing a bunch of damage.
Well done there by Zaydid, that RPG, very smart play there, and he's navigating around. That's going to be 2 for him, and Zaydid is a monster. He goes for another one. 14 eliminations for Zaydid. He's just he doesn't need to spam L2, baby. He doesn't need to. He's got another one against the real John.
And there's the 16. The Storm one actually went down as well. He had downed another player, so he's sitting on 16. Only having pickup 3 already puts him on 19 points. But additionally to that, as he pushes himself closer and closer with the placement points, because he's up in the top 3, they are now on at minimum 25 points. Will they be able to get more? But VK Oreo gets picked out there. It's now Helm Gaming against Zaydid. Zaydid on that ultimate low, looking to find the space. 17 mats from Helm Gaming, both on 100-100. Zaydid wants the victory out. He wants to be able to top it off, but Helm Gaming is able to dictate this right now. Putting shots at RPG, drops him down.
He drops him down low, and he goes